Kids, this is Rob Wood with a little more outdoor core. And so I am focusing a quick little adventure here on looking at the world underneath. And what I mean by that is there are a lot of things that are covering the ground. And when we move a rock or a log or even a board that's on the ground, a lot of times we'll find an ant colony, we'll find reptiles, amphibians, lots of different things under there. And so I encourage you to go outside and lift up things that have been on the ground for a while, and we might be surprised by what is underneath them. And so I'm going to focus this camera on a few things I'm going to lift up. I don't even know if anything's under there. We're just going to go and explore and see what's up. All right, let's get at it. So this is an area where my kids, who are now 16, used to play when they were little kids, and a lot of the stuff is still down here. Little boards, former drawers and shelves that they used to build things with, and a lot of it's covered in needles. And so here is one board. I lift up, oh, look at that. Like I said, you never know what you'll find. And in this case, underneath this board, and these are little termite ants. They are obviously eating this board, having a good old time with it. But then right underneath is their colony and holes going into the ground. I don't see any eggs, so this is more the surface. And then I'm also looking over here at some other little invertebrates. Let me see if I can focus in a little bit. Looks like we have a millipede underneath here, just a little guy cruising around. Not an insect because it has more than 6 legs, but it is an invertebrate. So that's the first board. Pretty good for the first attempt, but we're not done. So I'm gonna come down here, zoom in a little bit. What's going on here? And obviously they're clearing out pretty quickly because I took away their cover. I'm gonna pull this away and put this board back down. And we'll move on to the next little piece. Here is a shelf, and I'm kind of curious what might be underneath here. Whoa, that's pretty wild. All right, well, I see lots of webs, and I actually see a little bit of larva on that far side. Looks like it's still covered up. Not sure what's in there, and actually I don't even have my glasses on, which I need. It's an important tool for me these days in order to better see the world in close-up definition. So anyway, this is pretty cool though, all this webbing. Definitely there's, you can see in this web right here, there's a hole underneath there, and that lets me know that there's a spider that lives down here, and this is its not just its playground, it's kind of a big, broad nest. And down in that hole, if I were to go far enough, let me see if I can prop this up with my knee, down in that hole right there is where we would find a spider that calls this place home and is probably pretty comfortable down here, living down here. I'm actually looking at a couple of, oh, jeez. It's kind of funny because of my eyesight, I can't see everything quite as well, but it looks like we got our guy right there. He's chilling out on the top. And when I pull over here, what do we got right here? We have I really need to bring my glasses out. Well, it looks like we have the exoskeleton of an insect that was once there and maybe went to its next stage. But right over here again, we've got our spider. Yep, he's alive and well. I just had to give him a little touch to make sure that my eyesight wasn't failing me. Right there is our spider. Here is his home. And back down in there, that little hole is his trapdoor home. living down underneath. Pretty darn cool. So I'm gonna leave him alone and cover this back up. Now there are a few more places around here that I could lift up, but this is just a quick example. I just turned on this video, I didn't even check to know what was here, and both things that we lifted up, there was something cool to discover. Both of them fit really nicely into our outdoor core year, our first grade year, the year of the invertebrate, looking at both a spider as well as an insect and some ants. But again, because birds eat insects, so do mammals, so do reptiles and amphibians. All these things are alive and well for us. So just get out there and explore anything you want. It's pretty cool to be out. You never know what you're gonna find. So you gotta go out. You gotta go out every day, because you only get that day once in your whole life. Take care and have fun. Bye.